inbound. Off to Jordan. Michael down the lane. Jammed it. Michael Jordan with 30. A power dunk.
Tipped away to Paxson, though. Bulls keep it. Pax gives it to Jordan. Michael in deep. Ducks both hands on Mark Eaton. 34 for Jordan.
McNamara at 6'11". Michael Jordan down the lane, left side, jammed it with the right hand. 22 for Jordan. That was Aaron Jordan.
To Michael! Yeah!
Pippen gets it to Jordan. Michael challenges and slams. And look at the foul that wasn't there. Michael in on top. Everybody 49.
Player of all time, and by default, greatest shooting guard of all time, Michael Jordan. What can I say about him that hasn't already been said? There's virtually nothing I could say that would make my comments hyperbolic. He literally transformed the game as we know it, sometimes even in a negative state, where a lot of people have perverted the game. A lot of it comes from ESPN highlight reels, where it's become almost like a one-on-one game. Everyone wants to be the star. Everyone wants to take all the shots, get the glory. Yet, very few athletes want to put in the work, the time, and dedication to make what, or at least come close to what produced Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan came from a very hard-working family, a very competitive atmosphere. He talked all the time about his brother Larry, how his brother Larry was only 5'8", 5'9", but was freakishly athletic. Always beat him in one-on-one games growing up, and how maddening it was for him to keep losing to his brother. Often talked about how difficult it was for him to get cut from his varsity team in high school because he was told that he wasn't good enough. It might be hard to imagine anyone telling Michael Jordan he wasn't good enough to play basketball. All these different things set fires. Being told that the future star in North Carolina was going to be his good friend Buzz Peterson. Another fire set. Being told that rookies don't belong on the front pages of college magazines on highlighting stars of teams for North Carolina. Another fire was burned. All these different things. Being drafted, being criticized, Chicago being criticized to an extent for drafting a guard when they could have perhaps drafted a big man. Being projected as being only a Jerry Stackhouse type player. Guy will give you 20 points, maybe some highlight reels, and that's about it. You know, not the player that he became. Another fire set. Being told even when he produces individual brilliance in those early teams, the 63-point game against the fabled Boston Celtics, arguably the best front court of all time, putting up to 37 points per game, most ever for a shooting guard, the 850-point games that year. Then being told that, yeah, you're good, but you're not as good as Magic and Larry. Scoring champions don't win NBA championships. Another fire set. So he goes on. Gets the NBA Defensive Player of the Year award, showing that he could do it on both sides of the court. Then the very next year, doing his best Magic Johnson impersonation, doing what Magic did, perhaps even better than what Magic Johnson even did, averaging 32.5 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, on nearly 54% shooting from the field, 2.9 steals, a string of triple doubles. And yet Magic Johnson wins the MVP award that year. Yet another fire set. And then finally, he wins his first championship. Then another, and then another. He walks off the court, walks off the game, saying he had nothing left to accomplish. Tragedy struck. His father murdered. I couldn't understand the pain that he was felt at the time. I couldn't imagine having a parent murdered. He went out to do something that was his father's dream for him to do, play baseball. And then he gets criticized for it, made fun of. The infamous cover, Bag It, Michael. A cover that hurt him so badly that he never again did an interview with that particular sports magazine. Another fire set. Then he comes out of retirement, rusty, loses to an up-and-coming Magic team, and all across the sports spectrum it still was whispered, he's old, he doesn't have it anymore, he's lost his first step. You see how he can't jump as high as he used to? He's not Air Jordan anymore, he's Floor Jordan. He's old Jordan. Get out the game before you embarrass yourself. An inferno set. Came back, age 33, and did something that no athlete has really ever done before. Came out of retirement and dominated. MVP award, regular season, All-Star Game MVP, and then later Finals MVP. 2 more championships followed. The legacy was set. The greatest player of all time, the greatest shooting guard of all time. Say what you will about his Wizard years, but for a man who was out the game for 3 years, nearing 40 years old, compared to his legacy, compared to his standards, the play was subpar. But compared to any other player, he was quite impressive. The numbers speak for themselves. 30.1 points per game regular season, all-time record. 6.2 rebounds per game, 5.3 assists per game. Nearly 50% shooting from the field, nearly 33% shooting from downtown. A lot of that is skewed from the fact that earlier in his career he did not take a lot of three-pointers, and therefore had low percentage those years. 84% foul shooting. In the postseason, he was even more impressive. Averaged 33.4 points per game, all-time record. 6.4 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 2.1 steals, 49% shooting from the field, 33% shooting from downtown, 83% shooting from the foul line. As aforementioned, he had the all-time record for individual games. In postseason was 63 points. He's still the all-time playoff scoring leader with 5,987 points. The accolades speak for themselves. 6 NBA championships, 6 NBA Finals MVPs, 5 league regular season Most Valuable Player award-winning seasons for him. 14-time NBA All-Star, 3 times an NBA All-Star Game MVP. He was a 1988 Defensive Player of the Year award winner, the 1984-85 NBA Rookie of the Year winner, 10 times all-time record. He was the NBA scoring champion. 3 times he led the NBA in steals. 10 times he was an All-NBA first team. In his rookie year, he was on the All-NBA second team. 9 times, legitimately, he was on the NBA All-Defensive First Team. 1984-85 NBA All-Rookie First Team. He's the Chicago Bulls all-time leading scorer with 29,277 points at a 31.5 points per game clip. Twice he won the Slam Dunk Championship. He was named to the 1997 50th Anniversary All-Time Team. He's the only player to have his number retired by a team he never suited up for, with his number 23 being retired by not only the Chicago Bulls, but the Miami Heat, showing just how much respect Pat Riley had for him as a player and a competitor. He won the NCAA championship with his Tar Heels in 1982. He was a 2-time consensus NCAA All-American first team player. On that team, I should say, in 83 and 84. He was the ACC Player of the Year in 1984. He won the Oscar Robertson Trophy in 1984. The Naismith College Player of the Year in 1984. The John R. Wooden Award in 1984. The Adolph Rupp Trophy winner in 1984. His number 23 is retired by North Carolina Tar Heels. 2-time he won the Olympic medal. Once as a collegiate player in 1984. And on the fabled Dream Team in 1992, inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame in 2009 with the most memorable speech of all time, suitedly, the greatest player of all time and the greatest shooting guard of all time, Michael Jeffrey Jordan.